LaMelo Ball traded to the Timberwolves? What? Nobody saw this coming until randomly last night Shams starts talking about LaMelo on the trade market, that people are giving really good offers for LaMelo, and that the Timberwolves were at the top of the list. An Ari report, if you guys are on NBA Twitter and you don't follow this guy, you need to. He's early on everything. He said just in, the Charlotte Hornets and Timberwolves are in serious discussions that would send him, and everyone was like, what? What is this trade going to look like? Because the Wolves just lost Julius Randle for free. What are they going to have to trade to get LaMelo? And I was on FaceTime with my boy Kenny last night, and we were like, are they going to trade Io? Are they going to get Miles Bridges back? Is Jaden McDaniels gone? We had no idea what was going on. We were trying to figure it out, and then this morning, boom, LaMelo Ball traded to the Timberwolves. It's official. Shams is breaking it, and the Hornets are just getting back Naz Reid and picks. Wait, what? Don't get me wrong, Naz Reid is a great player, but LaMelo Ball is an all-star, and he was one of the leaders on this Hornets team that went on that crazy second half of the season run. But the Hornets also just re-signed Coby White right after this deal, so it seems like they want Coby White to replace LaMelo, which is interesting because their play styles are kind of different, but we'll get into that later. But the Wolves get back LaMelo Ball and Josh Green, and they have no picks until like 2034 now. They are all in around Anthony Edwards, but also that Josh Green acquisition is huge because the depth for the Wolves is going to be a problem. Dante DiVincenzo, one of their starters last year, one of their better players last year, obviously going to be out for the entirety of next season with the Achilles injury, so that's just another thing to keep in mind going into next season, that they will be missing him. And so Io DeSunmu is likely going to be starting on this team, and if I had to project, the starting lineup would be LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, Io DeSunmu, Jaden McDaniels, and Rudy Gobert, a smaller starting lineup. And guys, look at the bench. Yikes. Bones Highland, Kyle Anderson, Mike Conley, Jalen Clark, and then Josh Green, who he's a great bench player, so adding him is good. And then Terrence Shannon Jr., someone who kind of started cooking in the playoffs, but I mean, it's not looking like the depth is that deep here. But anyways, back to the trade, and I'm sure you guys are all wondering what I'm wondering, which is, why would the Hornets want to trade LaMelo after this crazy second half of the season run where they went on to make the play-in, they won a play-in game, they almost made the playoffs? Why would they randomly decide to do this now, and it all happened overnight? Well, credit to Spawn Hour for this tweet. He's a Hornets fan, I believe, and he said, it's entirely a bet against LaMelo's health. There's no other way to justify this thing. And I actually think he's kind of right here. Why else would you trade your star point guard after your team finally saw the light at the end of the tunnel and started being good? Well, look at these games. I mean, since 2022-23, 36 games, 22 games, 47 games, and then last year he did play 72 games, but I feel like the Hornets think that that's not sustainable for him and that he's going to get hurt again. Also, LaMelo right now is probably at the highest value he's ever been in his entire career since that All-Star in 21-22, because he actually proved he could be the hub on offense on a winning basketball team, which was a huge concern for him his entire career. But now, since he proved it, and him and Con Kneppel, Brandon Miller, Musa Diabate, and the Hornets went on that crazy winning streak, that insane point differential run to make the play-in, LaMelo proved that he could actually do it, and the Hornets are saying he's probably just going to get hurt again. Let's just sell high on him. And dang, we just traded for Coby White at the deadline, and he was solid, so let's just re-sign him and have him replace LaMelo here. But you're not going to be as good, in my opinion, with Coby White replacing LaMelo. They're different players. In LaMelo's 2025-26 season, 72 games played, 20 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 7 assists per game in only 28 minutes. He didn't even play over 30 minutes a game on 40, 36, 90 shooting. Obviously not the most efficient thing of all time, but half of the season, they were complete trash. So, and LaMelo Ball is an offensive hub. So unless you think Coby White can step in, be that offensive hub, be that playmaker, average 7+ assists, I don't really know why you do this. And for the rest of the roster looking like this, I see a lot of off-ball players. Con Kneppel, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges even. These are the players that need a playmaking point guard to get them looks and get them open shots. We saw Con Kneppel and LaMelo Ball played so well together because LaMelo Ball could find Con Kneppel, get those passes, get those driving kicks to him, and now he's just off the team. So unless you expect Con Kneppel to kind of improve his on-ball creation, making his own shot creation, I don't think that's going to really happen. I mean, Con Kneppel is a great player, but I don't really know if you can trust him to just create his own shot down the court 5 out of 10 times even. And I even made a video on the Hornets talking about how LaMelo Ball brings this entire team together because he can be that offensive playmaker that gets all of these other guys open, gets them open threes. They were making so many threes, like LaMelo, Con, and Brandon Miller were like top 5 in threes made because LaMelo generates those shots. But anyways, enough about the Hornets. Back to the Timberwolves. They are all in on Anthony Edwards. He's a top 5 player in the NBA, and the Wolves know it. They're trying to capitalize on him, so he wants to stay in Minnesota, and they can build a contender. And they already traded Julius Randle for just a second-round pick because they believe losing him is addition by subtraction. And now they go out and trade for LaMelo Ball, an all-star point guard, someone that has proven to be good on winning teams, that can help a team win. Bring him next to Anthony Edwards. They are all in. And I mean, there's literally no other way to put it. They have no picks until 2034 at this point. They are banking on making the playoffs and making deep runs every single year. And LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards, the fit. We just talked about the Hornets losing LaMelo Ball and how it hurts their fit. Well, with the Timberwolves, I feel like it can go a couple of ways here, but I actually kind of like it. Anthony Edwards is a shooting guard, not a point guard. He doesn't like bringing the ball up the court. He likes generating his own shot, but he likes someone helping him generate it too, and LaMelo is perfect for that. And look at this. Anthony Edwards almost averaged 29 points per game just for the Wolves to be the 6th seed, and I know he was hurt in like 20 games, but still, averaging 29 and your team only being the 6th seed is rough. And look at the efficiency, elite as well. And he only averages 3.7 assists, so obviously he's not a point guard, guys. So I really think that LaMelo and Ant, this backcourt is going to work. And then you have Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert plus Ayo Dosunmu, who are all elite defenders around those two. Anthony Edwards is a good defender as well. LaMelo a little bit below average. The defense on this team isn't really taking that much of a hit here, but I feel like the Wolves aren't even done building up their roster this season. Running Ayo or Ant at the 3 is a little sketch because they're not that tall and the league is only getting taller. So let's look at some free agents they could be targeting. Obviously trying to get a 3 or a 4 here. Andrew Wiggins could be good. He's unrestricted free agent. He might be a little expensive. Also, Peyton Watson, an option. He is restricted free agent, so the Nuggets might match, but you can still go after him. Kelly Oubre is someone I would love to see on this Timberwolves team. He brings that defense. He brings that three-point shooting. Rui Hachimura, amazing three-point shooter, decent defender. And then even players like Mamu and Julian Champagnie, players that will probably re-sign, but if the Wolves throw a bag, you never know what could stick. And also, Anthony Edwards has already proven to be able to take 2 different teams to the conference finals, one with Karl Anthony Towns, one with Julius Randle, in just back-to-back seasons. Obviously, they lost in the second round this season to the Spurs, but they were injured. And also, Jalen Johnson and Anthony Edwards were seen talking at the All-Star game, so kind of saying like, hey, Ant, you want to come to Atlanta? And I guarantee you the Wolves were like, no, we are not risking losing this star. We are all in for him. And that's why I feel like they're doing all of these deals, because they know that they cannot lose Ant. If they lose Ant, they're back to purgatory, man. And look at this, man. This entire trade saga went under 24 hours. I mean, just last night, Shams broke the news that people were maybe talking about it. We had some underrated accounts saying, hey, look, LaMelo might get traded to the Raptors or to the Wolves. We didn't really know. And then this morning, we all wake up and LaMelo actually gets traded. Guys, this is actually insane. Let me know what you guys think of this trade in the comments. Love you all. 10K soon. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hype the video, like the video, comment. I read every comment. Love you all. Peace.